That is facts. That is very, very true. Wow. Wait, you think about it when we get done.
Okay.
Yeah, because I say I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Just get some quick bite to eat somewhere down the street or something. I don't know.
Okay.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Don't say McDonald's.
No.
Oh,
It's super random. And they don't even have the restaurant here anymore. But have you ever had moussaka?
what is that?
It's like Greek lasagna. And
Greek lasagna.
yeah, it's
Huh.
the weirdest thing. And like, I don't even know because the texture is really strange, but the Greeks know how to do it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But then that restaurant also went out of business. So apparently it wasn't that popular.
Damn. Okay. Amazing.
Otherwise, like I can always smash like a chicken salad or like.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk with Patrick podcast, one of the realest podcasts in the world, the land, the galaxy, and the whole entire universe. That is right. It's your guy, Patrick. And I'm back. I have another guest. This is one of my buddies right here. She's a social media influencer on mental health. This is Audder.
Hello, hello.
How's it going?
It's going. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So how's everything going?
Oh man, life's been a trip for sure. I've been traveling a lot.
Oh, I seen you.
Yeah, and in the midst of all that traveling too, I had a reel go viral more than any reel has ever gone viral.
Which one was that?
It was the one where I was talking about. It was a dark joke. It was a dark joke about like surviving the pandemic only for my husband to himself.
Damn,
Yeah. But I mean, it resonated with a lot of other people with dark humor and also other widows. And so, but 18.2 million.
That's what on TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
What?
Yeah, so I didn't make $1.
Really?
Yeah.
You did not make not 1 cent.
Not one.
Damn.
I just got bullied for free.
Can they get away with that?
Yeah.
What? Wow. Amazing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So if you ever see me like veering away from Instagram and going to YouTube or TikTok, you know why.
Yeah, so you have a YouTube channel, right?
I do. I post more on TikTok though.
Right.
YouTube's the next thing that I really got to get going. But
do you get more traction on TikTok?
Yeah, so TikTok is where I started.
Right.
So I've got probably like 4 times the amount of followers over on TikTok, but I just kind of would like fall off with it because I've been doing it for so much longer. And for a while, their algorithm was so demanding that it was like you had to be posting like minimum 2 times a day. So I couldn't keep up with it.
Jesus,
yeah.
real 2 times a day.
Yeah, they've changed it now, thankfully. But
wow.
Yeah, so I kind of like fell off of their good side after I stopped posting 2 times a day. But for an entire year, I posted 2 times a day every day.
You need your whole team to do that. I mean, that's a lot of content. Holy shit. So I want to ask this. So where are you from, by the way? Like, let's go to your origin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my roots.
Yeah, your roots.
All right.
Yeah.
So I was
Genesis.
I was conceived in Colorado. So I'm from Greeley. I was born in Greeley, Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's kind of my mom and dad and siblings lived. They lived up at Devil's Backbone in Loveland, and my mom's doctor was in Greeley. So we didn't even live in Greeley, but she drove herself to Greeley and like popped me out.
Okay.
And then drove back to Loveland.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, and then I grew up in northern Colorado, but we moved around a lot. So I grew up in Windsor, Loveland, Alt, Greeley, and Fort Collins. Yeah. And then I was down in the Springs for a bit too, Colorado Springs, and then back up here. And then I got a van and started living all over.
So what made you live in a van? Like what made you want to do that?
Okay, so I'd always wanted to do it. And then during the pandemic, I was finishing school. I was going through NASM to become a personal trainer. And so I was like daydreaming about these vans that I kept seeing on social media. So my plan, my husband and I's plan was I was going to finish school and then he was going to airborne school. So he was going to be transferred to Georgia and we were going to be buying a house in Colorado Springs. And then we were going to move my parents back from Florida into our house in Colorado Springs. And I was going to build out a van in the driveway and then take my van and travel while building like my online personal training business. And then he was supposed to get stationed in Italy after like a year or two. So I was like, perfect. By that time, I'll have everything settled here. I'll have gotten to do like my van life adventure, and then I'll come join you in Italy. And he was like, perfect. So we had it all planned out, and then he died. So I was
Damn.
like, well, I mean, we didn't have a house. That was hard actually, because I still had realtors calling me, and I was like, yeah, my husband just
Shit.
died. Stop calling.
Oh god.
Yeah. So but I knew I didn't want to buy a house, and I knew I needed like my safe space, but I also needed to be able to access my people, like my parents and my brother up in Washington, and also my in-laws here in Fort Collins, as well as all my friends. But the thought of living in like a traditional house in Fort Collins just freaked me out. I was like, I can't get stuck here again, because I was trying to leave so bad for so long. And then that's when I moved to the Springs, and then all that happened. So, and I ended up back here living with my in-laws after he died. And I was like, I'm going to get trapped in Fort Collins again.
Damn.
So, yeah. So I got the
Jeez.
van,
Uh-huh.
and it's been 3 beautiful, just awful years with this van.
3 beautiful, awful years.
Yeah.
All right, amazing.
Yeah.
So is it? Would you say it's more? I guess is it cheaper than a house?
So if you can do it cheaper. Initially, no. It depends. Honestly, it honestly depends on how bougie of a van you get, because you could do it for like 36,000. Um, but that's on the low side. I would say most people who buy a chassis and a shell and then build it out themselves are usually spending around like 60,000. But then they have it and they own it, and that's theirs. I bought mine pre-built and then ended up having to like rebuild the entire thing. So I've ended up probably spending more money than if I would have just gone and bought like a brand new one that was built out by a company.
Oh, geez, wow. So do you prefer that over a house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm a house, we call it house dwelling in the van life community. I'm a house dweller right
Okay.
now, a temporary house dweller. Oh my God, my soul is dying. I'm like, I can't. I need to live in a box, in a box that can go places.
Yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued because like I kind of it's like in a way I kind of want to do it myself because one of my friends who was on my podcast a while back, named Reyes, him and his wife they do the same thing. They travel across the country. They document it. They monetize on YouTube now. Yeah, they do some incredible stuff. So I've been really intrigued by that.
Yeah,
So would you recommend it?
yeah, definitely. Just don't get a Ram,
A Ram? Like why?
because that's what I have, and it's been so mechanically
Damn.
just like, when the vehicles are mechanically sound, it is the opposite. It's like mechanically chaotic.
Really?
Everything's always breaking.
Damn. Well, Ram, I didn't say that. She said that. Those her words.
Yeah, I would say like get a Ford. Don't get a Mercedes; those are expensive.
Oh hell. No.
If you could get like a Ford Ecoline, you'd be mint. Or schoolies are really cool too.
Yeah, really.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of gas is it accept? Like regular or?
So the most Rams and Fords are going to be gasoline, and I think most Mercedes are diesel, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming that school buses are diesel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think so.
diesel. You
Yeah.
would think.
Right.
I don't know. They're really loud.
Well, especially how big the vehicle is, you know.
Yeah.
I used to work for the food bank, so the truck that I use, they use diesel too. Yeah, I did use diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine's gas, but it's front wheel drive, and people are like, "Oh, that sounds amazing, front wheel." No, because it's 1 ton engine in the front, and then 8,000 pounds of living stuff in the back.
Jeez.
So it's like when you're trying to go up a mountain, the poor engine is just like
Struggling.
Yeah, and I had to replace the engine at 50,000 miles. I bought my van at 40,000 miles. I put 10,000 miles on it, and then I had to drop almost 15K on it.
What?
Yeah.
Was it here in the state or somewhere else?
Here.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So don't.
Sucks.
Yeah. So get a rear wheel too, especially in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're ever in the mountains, you want rear wheel or 4-wheel or all wheel, but
wow,
not front wheel.
Huh. Well, I guess in the future I will make an investment because I do want to get something like that one day.
Yeah,
I think it'd be pretty cool.
you should do it.
So how is the heat? Like, is it like a regular house in a way?
Yes
The heat
and
unit?
no. There's like a tiny little heater. Most people have these things called Chinese diesel heaters. I had a Webasto, and we always used to joke, called it the wee bastard. It was always breaking. So it like you have to like set it, and it heats the van for a set amount of time, and then it pulls from the gas line, and it has its own separate battery that's separate from the engine. So I honestly, it was always like breaking and throwing error codes at me, so I often just put on more layers.
Damn.
Yeah, there was some days I just like didn't get out of bed hardly because it was so cold. Like
Oh my god.
-17 this last winter.
Oh yeah, I remember that day.
And I had COVID too
Oh, you did?
in a van.
Oh fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
So you recovered like fully
Yeah,
since
yeah.
then? Okay.
Yeah, I just cocooned in a sleeping bag and slept for like 3 days straight.
Jeez. Wow, that sucks. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah, that's. Ooh, I don't know. You made me have second thoughts now.
Yeah, it's definitely like if you're gonna live somewhere that's cold all the time,
Yeah.
and like you're locked here for work or something, I would suggest getting an adventure van that's cheaper that you can just like take for like week adventures or whatever, and then still have a house.
So do you prefer to live here or live down south?
Wow. If you would have asked me that like 8 months ago, I probably would have said down south, but
Right.
something changed. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I would just want to be back in Colorado.
You don't like the humidity too much?
No, and
Shit
I've
sucks.
dealt with it before, but it's just the people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the people suck.
Yeah, they are different for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not as open minded. I mean, not everybody like that, but it's a good percentage of people that's not open minded at all.
Yeah, and like nobody talks to you.
No,
Nobody smiles at you.
not really.
Nobody holds the door for you.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's very seldom you see that.
And I was like, I thought there was supposed to be like Southern hospitality. My mom was like, not in Florida.
Not really. I've been to Florida I have family in Miami and Jacksonville. So yeah, I've been there and definitely had the experience. Well, even in Georgia, the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, some parts like it's cool, but then some parts like people don't speak. They look at you weird and shit. So
yeah,
I'm like, whatever. I'm glad to be back here. To be honest, like this is my home now.
Yeah.
I just because I don't know, as a man, as well as a human being, I have changed and evolved so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I just adapted to the way of life out here. Like, I go hiking. I like to, do the Colorado shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I haven't went skiing yet though.
What?
You go skiing, don't you?
Snowboard.
Snowboard.
Yeah.
You like a snowboarder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to try that one day.
Yeah. You should.
Maybe we can go together one day.
I'll teach you.
Really? That's what's up.
I'll try.
Okay.
To teach you. I'll teach you everything I know.
Are you that good?
I mean, yeah.
Really?
I've been snowboarding for a little while.
Okay.
I'm not like hella. I'm not like
not Olympics.
I'm not like throwing backflips or anything.
Okay.
But
So we want to see on ESPN.
Oh no.
Okay, all right.
Lord no. Maybe if it's like the most epic crash of all time, because I got Bambi legs out there. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, no, okay. I just get like in the zone, and I'm just like I listen to the most vibey music, and I forget what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I'll catch an edge, and then I tumbleweed down the mountain. Yeah, I've given myself whiplash far too many times.
What? Jeez, you don't have any concussions, do you?
I've had a few.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember how many.
Have you injured like your knees or your elbows, anything?
No, surprisingly not snowboarding. I did have an AC joint separation, but I went longboarding. I went snowboarding during the day because you can snowboard all the way until like June here in Colorado. So I snowboarded until the lifts closed, and then I went longboarding, and and I biffed it off my longboard, and I threw my shoulder into a boulder and had an AC joint separation.
Oh, jeez.
But nothing on a snowboard. No, I kind of just like know how to noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like like when they say that when you're drunk driving, if you get into a crash, the reason why the drunk driver usually doesn't die is because their body just like noodles.
Relax. Yeah.
That's so my brain just goes noodle mode whenever I eat shit on the mountain. I don't break anything.
See, I don't know if I can. Oh God, I'll be so tense.
Yeah, it's what you would think. It's what you would think, but it kind of happens so fast.
What? Really?
You're just like, whoa.
Even me having back issues, like I have a herniated disc.
Oh.
So that won't be. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, we'll start you on the bunny hills. It'll be okay.
Okay. So with this said, is there any like specific workouts you do
For
to
snowboarding?
get to prepare for
Oh
it? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. There's also a guy on Instagram. His name's Knees Over Toes, and he specifically talks about like training your knees, um, so that you basically have like indestructible knees. And I do a lot of his. And then there's also another couple, Mobility Duo, and they do snowboard specific like stretches and workouts on Instagram. So yeah, I kind of just started looking up those. Um, Also, like Indo boards. If those Indo boards, those work all the same muscles, the
Really?
little ones that
Okay.
snowboarding does.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So you do it, I guess, in your van, right? you, or you go to a gym and
No,
do
I
this?
go to a gym.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. I'm about to say. I was trying to fast. What do you do? Okay. Oh, we still got to do some boxing one day too.
Yeah, yeah. I would have brought my gloves, but like I didn't have room in my suitcase.
Damn, I got gloves.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll have to hit a bag this week.
So I have this. Haven't used that yet. I have a camouflage one in my bag, and I have my old busted up gloves for the I do with bag work. I have my mitts too. So
So you
you,
can smack me.
you know, I mean,
Bam.
yeah, keep your hands up. You just let me know for real,
Yeah.
because I bring it every day. It's in
Okay.
my bag,
Hell yeah.
so I be there in the afternoons after work.
Okay.
I be there around like 4:35 ish, and I'm there to like 8.
Hell yeah.
So you just let me know. Just keep me
I'll
posted.
swing by.
Yeah, cool.
Oh
So
yeah.
get some work in.
Yeah.
So now we're going to kind of segue now.
Okay.
All right,
Segue.
segue. So you do mental health, well, mental health content. So what got you into doing mental health?
Okay. So, when I was like 26, I went through, I think I was like 25. Yeah, 25. Mid
I
20s.
thought you're 25 now.
Oh, thank you. I'm 30.
You look amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, you killing it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take that. So when I was in my mid 20s, I went through a really gnarly breakup, and I could no longer listen to music. I was super ready to just check out of life, but I knew that I couldn't, and I knew that I didn't want to. So I would start going to the gym at night when I would get really bad anxiety, because it was like this relationship was like fully trauma bonded. So whenever I had too much time to myself, it was just like I had that chemical reaction in my brain after the breakup where you're like addicted to it and you can't have it. And it was just bad news bears. And I knew I didn't want to drink about it, but I knew that I couldn't be alone at night either. So that was when I joined Anytime Fitness, and I started going to the gym in the middle of the night. And I'd be there sometimes for like 4 hours at a time, not working out the whole time, um, but like writing and listening to speeches. So I couldn't listen to music. So I started listening to motivational speech compilations. And that's when I made the correlation of like working out your brain while working out your body. And I just saw myself like rocket into the direction that I had been trying to go for years, as far as like presenting myself in the world as the person that I knew was deep down, but like was kind of buried by a lot of trauma and stuff. So my main thing was like I knew that I took that relationship ending to heart. Like it was all my fault. And years later I've talked to him and he was like, "Nah, it was definitely like equal parts." But I took it very hard, like it was all my fault, and it was cuz my mental health had been suffering
Mm.
that the relationship ended. That's how I internalized it. So it almost kind of started out as like I need to fix myself. And then it became more of a I need to learn how to accept and love all these parts of myself and transmute them. Um, and so I really started getting heavy into the mental health side. And because I was always limited with time, I just kind of coupled that with the gym. So I'd listen to anything mental health while I was working out. Um, and then I felt like I had made leaps and bounds, and everybody else noticed it. And I ended up getting back together with my husband, who, well, not husband, but we had dated before in my early 20s. And then I had that life wrecking relationship in between the time he and I first dated and in between the time we got back together. So we got back together. We picked right up where we left off, and then we were engaged and married like instantly. So we moved in together right at the beginning of COVID, and I felt very strong and like just anchored in to this new version of me that I had been working years to become. And I felt like I was going to be okay handling like the pandemic and stuff, and I knew what I needed to do for my mental health and physical health in order to stay sane with so much changing and just the absolute mind boggle that the pandemic was. But my husband didn't. He had no skills or tools under his belt to handle the like challenges he was facing internally with the lockdown. And so I started watching him suffer a lot. And I became an advocate for him. And because he was military, he was always like scared to get help. And I always, I always told him one of two things. I was like, you either, if you don't want to do like military, I was like, your mental health has to come first. So if they kick you out because you're having mental health crisis, like screw them. I'll figure out a way to support us, and like you can go back to school or figure out what you want to do. You don't have to be in the military. Um, but he was in and out of the psych ward multiple times throughout our marriage, and it was a lot of me taking the brunt of the things like he didn't let anybody else see when he was struggling with his mental health. So the military didn't believe me, which was hard. It got to the point where he started really manipulating them into thinking like that I was just exaggerating things, you know? And so um, that when he ended up taking, he had multiple attempts, and I had stopped them and contacted the proper people to, you know, like his first sergeant and stuff. And there was one, the last time, it was right after Christmas, and he had been cutting himself. And so I called the first sergeant. I was like, he's acting not like himself at all. He's bleeding through his shirt. And so they told me that I needed to leave the house because it wasn't safe for me to be there with him in his mental state. They came and picked him up, and they took him to the hospital. And he talked himself out of a 72-hour psychiatric hold. And they advised me to not go back to the house and just let him ride out whatever he was feeling. And I had told them that he had stopped taking his antidepressants, and they wouldn't listen to me. And they told me like I just needed to keep my nose out of his business. And he went home and he did it.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, and then everybody felt so bad. They like, I was like, yeah, y'all thought I was crazy. And so that was like, I was already advocating for mental health. Um, but that then losing my husband because people weren't listening to me, like I just made it even more so like I want to advocate for people who are so lost that they don't even know how to begin to advocate for themselves. Because at one point, like, I was scared of what was inside me. And because I had the little tenacity that I do to push myself into an environment where I could heal, like going to the gym every night and listening to mental health podcasts and speeches and anything to keep me right when everything inside was wrong. Like if I didn't have that little thing pushing me, I would have ended my life too. And I feel like a lot of people don't have that little voice inside pushing them. And that's why they end up just falling victim to their mental health. And I don't think that's fair for anybody.
Mm-mm.
So I've vowed to, you know, advocate and educate, especially people who don't deal with mental health issues.
Right.
Like they are the ones that need to be sat down and talked to the most about like this is real, and you need to validate these people and you need to help these people, because I guarantee some of the people you love are struggling and you don't even know it.
That is so true.
So
Wow. So before that situation happened, were you ever like judgmental about suicide? Because I know me personally, I was. Then when my brother killed himself, I'm like, whoa.
yeah,
I was like, okay, this is different.
yeah,
And I started having those feelings myself after a while. And I had to get myself together. My mother died years later. I had to go to therapy because I was about to go crazy. So have you ever had those moments where you felt like, I guess, judgmental about mental health?
no. So the very first time I ever thought about taking my own life, I was 10 years old, and I was getting
Really?
yeah, I was getting bullied really
Shit.
bad, like really bad, um, by boys too. And it wasn't like the cute little like, oh, they have a crush on you. It was like they would invite me to the movie theaters and then see how many times I would fall for that and get stood up. It was the popular boys, and they used to call me names like Bucktooth Beaver Bill. It was just awful.
Damn.
I was so picked on, um, and then when I got into high school, I had like blossomed, and I started getting picked on by the girls, and I was like, I can't win. Like this is awful. But I made a promise to my brother I would graduate high school, but I had a plan to take my life after I graduated.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't go to college. Is because I just didn't ever. That was my plan. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I told my brother I would graduate, but and then after I ended up graduating, I got into. I was in a relationship with a guy, and we actually was my first fiance. We ended up getting engaged, and I broke it off after I had graduated. Um, but at that point, I had gotten kind of far enough past that I was like, okay, maybe I won't take my life. Um, and then I got a job, and I didn't know I could be so successful in something, and that kind of like gave me a little hope. Um, and then actually that fiance, the after we broke up, he went into rehab. He was in rehab for 16 months, and when he got out, he ended up like overdosing.
He's there too.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. So, but
What?
I was like the one thing I had that was keeping me going and not in that suicidal ideation state anymore was that I was kicking ass at my job. And I was like, I didn't know I was capable of this, let alone not having a college degree. I was accepting awards on stages with men 3 times my age, like for the top sales rep in the nation. And I was the only female on stage. I was the only female candidate, and I was like 19.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh, wow, I'm good at something.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I realized, like, maybe I have talents. Like, maybe there are things inside me like that I'm good at, like that I need to explore and share with the world, because I just grew up, I felt like I slipped between the cracks and I had no talents, and I never really got into anything that kept me around. And so weirdly enough, it was a sales job that kept me here.
And did you like that?
I did until I found out that the owner of the company was shady, and the product was like basically designed to start breaking on people within a year. And these were like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of medical grade equipment. So I thought I was out here helping people with health issues, improving their quality of life. I was so passionate about it. And as soon as I found out, the depression came back, and I quit because I was like, I felt, oh, just awful. That was hard. That was hard. Um,
Is the business still around now? Are they?
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
Nice.
Yeah. Um,
That's karma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely karma. So, yeah, that was weirdly what got me through. And then I really started exploring therapy and figuring out why my brain was different, and getting diagnosed with ADHD. And then now we're starting to kind of it's strange, but ADHD and autism very closely overlap, and so it's kind of hard to differentiate the two. There's definitely things that point to either ADHD or autism. However, both of those are like together, they make up CPTSD, which is complex post traumatic stress disorder, which I've had since I was a kid. So they don't know if I'm autistic and ADHD or if I just have CPTSD from everything I've been through in life.
Wow.
Because I have no baseline to compare it to, because the trauma for me started before I was ever in school. It started when I was, 2, 3 years old. So it's like they were like, we don't, you might never know. Like you may be ADHD and autistic, or you might just have really bad CPTSD.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I mean, I've learned a lot, and I think the more that I've educated myself on my brain specifically and why it is the way it is, and learned that I'm in a world that wasn't cut, like I wasn't built for people like me. I've learned how to find the parts of the world that are for people like me. Um, yeah. And then one day I think I just decided like I didn't want to die anymore. And I don't even know like when that moment happened, but it was a gradual thing. When I was just, I think is when I started succeeding at things.
So let me ask you this: do you ever have those thoughts in your mind to this day?
So I hadn't had any suicidal ideation thoughts. I had one bout of it. Um, I had a really terrible birthday a couple of years ago. But that one, it was coupled with alcohol. It was like the sky was falling, and I had also been drinking. So naturally, all those emotions were just
Oh
felt.
yeah.
But sober, like actually had those feelings. I did. I had them recently, and it was pretty scary. And it was in Florida. But I had that reel go viral, and I had to turn. Well, I didn't turn off the comments, but I had to limit the comments finally and just stop reading them because the amount of people that took it upon themselves to just say awful things in my comment section. Like if you were my wife and like you posted your dark humor on the internet like this, like I'd off myself too, or like it sounds like he's better off, or you should join him,
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
and those were the nice ones. Like,
I think I seen you say something about that. I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I think you. I think it was in your stories. I believe,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
But there was a lot of people that it resonated with, and the funny thing is everybody that told me that I should go like take my own life too, and they chose that opportunity to bully me. None of them are widows. None of them have ever lost anybody. Even the people who don't use dark humor to cope don't shit on people. Like they're just like that's how she's coping. Like I had a widow comment like I'm also a widow, and like I'm in support of how other widows cope even if it's not how I cope. And but the amount of people that it did resonate with is why I kept the comment section on, because I had probably 500 DMs from people that are just like that comment section saved me because I felt crazy or like I wasn't allowed to have dark humor about my spouse's death or my mom's death, or I felt nobody else got my humor, and the only time I felt peace is when I have a grief wave coming up and I'm able to make a joke and lighten the mood and get back to living life, because grief really just sucks life from you. And if you're constantly giving into every grief wave, you really start to miss out on life. And that's why I use dark humor. Because when I feel that urge to cry, I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and bawl my eyes out. I have plans. Like, this is 3.5 years of this. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'll cry when I have time. And so I make a little like dark humor joke in my head, and I get through it until I'm able to like cry when it's appropriate. And yeah, that's why I kept that comment section on though. And the comments are just hilarious from other widows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is and it's like it says it right there in my bio, dark humor.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
does.
like if
Yeah.
you don't vibe with it, just leave. It's not that hard.
Yeah, they know. They see it. I don't. Wow. Yeah, people just get weird sometimes. I
Yeah.
like dark humor myself. I mean, that's how I kind of just cope with things as well, and also like making content. So speaking of content, does making your content does that help you get through your day? Okay.
Yeah, it's cathartic.
What about when you? Well, of course, I mean, I'm gonna ask this question anyway. But when you get like the responses from people, like positive responses, does they help you a lot?
Yeah, yeah, it does. And it's more so when people tell me like oh my god, this resonated with me, or you put it into words what I couldn't, like, or you hit the nail on the head again. I think the thing that makes me the most happy is when I see a comment from somebody or I see my shares on that reel go up, because I'm like, wow, that I know when I see a reel that somebody articulated something that I couldn't put into words, and I'm so excited to share it, especially when it's mental health or ADHD or being neurodivergent. And I see, like, I share that with the people I love because I'm like, this person will help you understand me because I don't know how to articulate my words right now. And so when I see that number of shares go up, that's when I'm like, that resonated. That
Yeah.
resonated enough for somebody to be like, hey, like, go read the caption or watch this reel, or like, now do you understand me a little bit better? Like, look, this is normal. See, there's other widows with dark humor, or yeah. So like that's what warms my heart, is when I see people or read the comments from people that are just like, thank you for not being afraid to like share this kind of stuff on the internet.
Yeah, I mean that's what's appealing to me when I see your content, because you're very transparent and just very vulnerable and open about how you feel and what's going on with you as well. So I appreciate that a lot.
No, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some dope content. Seriously though, like your videos is great. You
Thank
know.
you.
So do you ever struggle with self esteem?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. So,
Why? Well,
um,
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
well, I mean, I think that one's hard to pinpoint the root cause of it. Um,
What? Like, were you a child when it started, or
yeah,
okay, okay.
and it's because I mean I was a chunky kid who got bullied. I
You was
had
chunky.
Yeah, that's why the boys bullied me, and then I had the biggest gap, the
I
biggest
can't
gap.
tell now.
Yeah, it was so big. You could fit a number two pencil in between it, and I had a bob with bangs, and I had a unibrow, and I was just like my brother used to sing this really messed up song. He'd go, "Audie, Audie, 2x4 can't fit through the kitchen door." like I was a chonker. I was a little chonker.
Wow.
Um, and so yeah, that's when the self esteem issues probably started. And then I suffered from an eating disorder from the age of like 13, no, 14, 14. And I wasn't deemed like in recovery until I was, they said 25 was when I was really like in the on the spectrum of recovery. I was in the recovered part, but I knew what I was secretly still battling with. So I don't say that I was fully in recovery until I was about, well, I would say like 26. And I would say that I was actually fully recovered to the point where I actually loved myself until I was about 28,
Mm,
27, 28.
yeah.
So yeah, that was hard. Um, But I think that also tied into the fact like my dad left and he was a perfectionist, and I had this thing in my head where if I was the perfect child, he would come back.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
where you coming from?
So I think that's kind of how it started. And also puberty was just, all my friends were tiny, and it was like I was going through puberty first, and I was always really self-conscious, and I always thought when people were looking at me, it's because they were like talking shit in their heads, or and I learned, I still to this day, if I see somebody checking me out, I'm just like, you want to fight? Like, why are you looking at me?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, and then, like my mom will tell me somebody's checking me out in public, and I'm like, no, they're totally judging me. What are you talking about?
Oh jeez.
Because that's why I'm so used to that. It's like, I don't know, it just got ingrained in me as a
So
kid.
you got PTSD from that?
Oh, God, I got so many PTSDs.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow. What one day at a time?
yeah,
Uh,
one trauma at a
so
time.
have you done any therapy?
Yes,
Okay.
loads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I did therapy a long time ago, back in '96, and then I did it in 2020. And back in '96, I stopped going just because at that time it was such a stigma. But now, well, in 2020, I just didn't give a fuck. I said, I need some help. Like mentally, I was just struggling.
Yeah.
Pandemic, mother's dead, it was just so much going on at that time. But so, how was your experience doing therapy? Do you recommend it?
Yes, I do. I do actually, because like with through therapy, as much as I've done it, I've actually uncovered like a lot of things. So, for instance, like when I had my eating disorder, I was always kind of like, I mean, I was in a messy place mentally back then. And so I never told any of my therapists about it. I was always scared that they were going to like send me away somewhere, and I couldn't handle that. And so I dealt with it completely alone. But then going through therapy, even now, I've learned that like my chronic stomach problems are actually tied to stress. And how my eating disorder started was because I would get so stressed out that I would get these vicious stomach aches where I would physically have to leave school. So I just wouldn't eat because I didn't want to ruin my day, and I didn't want to miss out on anything. So I wouldn't eat until the end of the day. And then you start starving your brain, and then then the Tumblr era came out, and it was just all downhill from there. So, but that's like, I learned now, like, that's how that started. And I only know that now because I've done so much therapy that even I'm constantly working on stuff that doesn't even need to be worked on, but it does because I'm still unlocking things that I didn't know about myself. And so I think talk therapy is a good place for everybody to start. And then there's other modalities. So like now I do see a TCM, traditional Chinese medicine doctor, for like acupuncture and therapies for my nervous system to help with the PTSD and just everything more on a physical level so that my body can actually physically release the grief and the PTSD and like all of that stuff. So I wouldn't have even known about that if I hadn't gone through the talk therapy. Plus, with like trauma, I don't know, you've got to start somewhere. I just say I advocate for therapy so hard because I'm like, get into therapy and just start like brain dumping on your therapist so that they can help you find what is going to work for you. Like for some people, that might be medication. For some people, that might be EMDR therapy. For other people, that might be simply talk therapy and joining like a men's group or a women's group. You know, it depends. But I think that there's like a mental health help cocktail that is unique to every person, and it doesn't have to involve medication in order to see results. Because I've never done anything for like my depression or anxiety. I've only ever been on ADHD meds. So everything else that I have fixed inside of me or healed inside of me, I've done through talk therapy and like physical releases with like acupuncture and meditations and stuff like that.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So, would you say your content is more directed towards, I guess, everybody, or is it directed towards men more or women, or what would you say? How would you classify it?
I've done a lot of mental health content for the veteran community in the past, because of my husband. And then let's see, I would say no. I mean, my audience, I have a lot of males in my audience.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, really? You get off on watching a girl cry on the internet? Okay.
No, that's
like
crazy.
damn, this one's hot. She's talking about her dead husband again. Oh, is she crying? Is she crying? Yeah, I'm into that. So I don't really know, but both men and women, and anywhere from autism, ADHD, neurodivergence to depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, or coping with grief. I have moms that have lost their kids. I have had 75-year-old grandpas who have lost their lifelong partner that are in my DMs asking for advice or, how do you get through it?
That's huge, though. Seriously.
It is. And that's why my DMs are always so clogged because I'm like, I try to give everybody the time of day. The ones that just try to slide to be like, yeah, what's up, girl? Sorry, I don't have time for you. There's people out here who need my help. Get out of here.
I'm surprised you respond to my stuff sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because you're so busy. I know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got like what, 19,000 followers?
Oh, somewhere we're getting close.
Yeah, and then TikTok you have what, like 90 some thousand?
No, like 64.
That's a lot though.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd be surprised. I'm like, shit, that's what's up. I was like, cool.
I make time for the people that, that need it. I also make time for the people that pour back into me. I have to.
For sure.
What I do is very draining, and everything everything I do on Instagram is for free. The only thing I monetize is my hoodie business.
How's that working for you?
Good. I was going to come out with a summer line, but life got away from me. And then I had that reel go viral, and I just was dealing with my own stuff. Also trying to transition to Florida life. So I ended up not designing a summer collection, but that's fine.
So you do it yourself?
Yeah, I design it, and then it's a drop ship.
Okay.
Through Shopify. So ideally, one day I would love to just have my own like warehouse and whatnot. I'd way rather be hands-on and get to hand pack orders. But right now, what I do is I order like t-shirts that aren't sold on my website. Special t-shirts, limited editions.
Okay.
And then I do these little merch giveaways so that I can hand pack people's orders with like little stickers and stuff too, and little notes, and because I still like being personal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Personable, but yeah.
Well, see, I need to. I have my my cup, my podcast cup.
See, that's cool.
Yeah, that's me. Yo, my sister, she made that for me. There you go.
Yeah.
See.
Really?
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 Yeah.
This is actually pretty great.
Because I say it all the time. That's my word. Really.
Let's talk with Patrick.
Yeah, let's talk with Patrick podcast. That's right, baby. That's right. Yo, my sister made it. I got to make some more of those eventually. I just been so busy because like I said, I'm working at the gym. working with elderly people and disabled people as well, taking to their appointments, and so it's a lot of things that put me in different directions.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
feel you.
just trying to stay afloat, trying to survive because everything's so expensive. But you know that.
Yeah, definitely. I've never had to get so much credit card debt until this year. So. But you know
Jeez,
what? Like I need to live life
you
too.
do.
And I'm
You
like,
do.
I'm good to go to Amsterdam.
That's what's up.
And all I had to do was pay for my plane ticket.
How much was it? Like $1,200.
Yeah, after everything.
Fuck.
After everything.
You have a passport?
Yeah.
Well, obviously you have to have one.
No, I was just gonna see what happens.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know that'll be interesting. I got my passport back in November. I haven't used it yet because I supposed to had a job out in Canada for a month.
Yeah.
But the passport got back too late. So I'm like, well, oh well. At the same time, I did not want to go during that time anyway because it was really cold.
Yeah.
And I hate being cold.
Yeah.
Even though I'm living here.
I mean, you don't live in a van in the winter then.
Fuck.
It's cold.
Oh, jeez.
It's cold.
Wow.
Yeah.
So would you ever consider moving back here?
To Colorado?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I would have said no, but like
You have a change of heart.
my people are here.
Okay.
Yeah, I need my community. I've always been a Rolling Stone and like gather nomas. I have my people, but I need my community, and my community is in Colorado.
Right.
And like I'm 30, so I can make friends everywhere I go, but like coming home to my two best friends, Asal and then Wilson, it was like, damn, yeah, my soul needs you guys. Like I need to be close to you guys for sure.
Yeah.
So
do you have like approximate time that you plan to come back?
So
no?
I don't. I'm gonna be selling the van, and however quickly that sells determines how quickly I get a new one.
Oh,
and
shit.
then yeah, I know my parents are trying to move back here too. They're probably gonna move to like the Littleton area.
Okay, well, that's not too far.
Yeah, they're just waiting on my mom's dental work. She's got braces.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's like stuck down there till they take off her braces, which should be by like 2025.
Okay, that's
so
around the corner.
Yeah,
like 7 months or whatever.
Yeah,
but this year going back really quick. It's almost June.
I know.
Wow, amazing.
Amazing.
Huh? Jeez. Now you're doing some dope shit. So do your family support your content?
Yeah.
Are they proud of you? Or maybe we should ask a different question.
I don't know.
Okay. That's fair.
My stepdad isn't involved. I know that the guy who kind of raised me, him and his wife that's the one who just took me to Disney World. He told me he's proud of me. He was like, you put a lot of your life online, but you're helping a lot of people. So like, I'm proud of you. Yeah. Like, I'm proud to call you my daughter. And I was like, thank you. And, I think my mom is proud of me. I would like to think she's proud of me. I don't know if she quite gets everything that I do, but she's online. She's on Instagram, so she sees what I do. And she is, I know she's proud of me in the fact, in a very different way, like, because she's really seen me come out of my shell. And she's just like, damn, that's like, you're raw on the internet. And I know she's proud of that. I don't think that she's somebody who knows or really grasps the numbers of like the people that I'm helping. So, she's like, what does it mean that 18 million people have seen that video? And I'm like, wow. It means that 18 million people have seen my video. And she's like, amazing. Oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense to you, but she's like, well, good for you for putting yourself out there, so I think she's proud of me, but not in a numbers sense, more so in just a damn, you're really living authentically sense.
Yeah.
And that's my whole goal, is to just live authentically. And then my brother doesn't really know what I do. I mean, he does, but he's not on social media.
Is he older than you or younger than you?
Older.
Okay.
And then my older sister also doesn't really know what I do. We don't really have a relationship. So, yeah. I mean, I'm proud of me.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you kicking ass. For
Thank
real.
you.
Yeah, she got some dope content.
Yeah.
If you're struggling, please check out. Seriously.
Yeah, or if you have ADHD or autism or CPTSD.
Just everything.
Or if you just like to laugh.
Yes.
If you like awkward girls on the internet, hi.
and some inspiration, some good inspiration. She has it. She has pretty much everything, definitely. Now you doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, please keep it up. Are you gonna document Amsterdam? No.
You know what? That's completely dependent. Like when I try, this is why I was a terrible van life content creator, and this is why I didn't do a lot of like I started out as van life content, but I was like, man, I just want to live in the moment.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get
want to be
that.
pulling out my phone. I want to pull out my phone when it's just me and my brain is like, yo, we have some thoughts that need to be spoken. And I'm like, yo, let's go. But I don't ever, I'm not like, well, this is cool. I need to film. I just like, I'm more so like, I want to experience that.
You old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm really bad about taking photos too. That's why my Instagram is all reels because I'm like, what am I going to do with a photo?
Right.
Like, hey, are you struggling? Read the caption. Here's a picture of my face. Go read the caption. Like, nobody reads the caption. And people should read the captions because I put my heart and soul into those captions.
You do.
I'm like, damn, that's worth the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, that's true.
But, I feel like the people who want to read the captions will. But then I don't know. The photos just feel so vain. I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
How do I make this mental health?
Right.
Should I just like put words over my face? Like, oh, you thought you were going to check me out? Nah. How you doing today? Scale of 1 to 10. How are we doing out there, fam? Somebody's like, damn, I was just trying to see your bikini photos, but now I'm getting therapized.
You have like a couple of bikini photos.
Just a couple.
You have a video, right? Yeah.
There's probably yeah. There's only one where you can see my butt, and it's a profile butt shot.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's a tasteful side butt.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I'm sorry.
I mean, the thing is, I've got some bomb ass bikini photos, but I'm like,
oh, I'm sure.
I'm like,
well, the one I seen, yeah.
I'm not gonna post that shit for free.
Right.
But I'm also like morally, I don't want the stigma of an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But if I were to ever make an OnlyFans, it would strictly just be all my bikini photos and like all the really vain stuff.
What about your feet? You can make money off that.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of men offering.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can make a lot.
Men are into feet. I wouldn't even need an OnlyFans for that. There's
True.
I think there's a website for that one. I think
that's a good hustle.
Footfinder.com.
That's what they call
something
amazing.
Like that. Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So no, but like that's what I was like. If I was ever to make an OnlyFans or like a subscription only account somewhere, it would just be all of the photos of me that other girls post for free on the internet. Because like I don't give a lot of my body. Like I'm not like, oh look how hot I look in this bikini. And so I'm like, that might be some leverage. If money ever gets tight,
yeah,
I'll just be like, I'm releasing a calendar of me in bikinis.
Yeah, I don't judge you at all. I
mean, and then subtly, it's just gonna be like mental health words, like over the top of all the photos. So it looks like a stock image, with like the words over the photos, but it's gonna be like, remember, you are loved. It's gonna be okay.
Wow. Hey, you can make a killing out there for real though. I can see that. See me, I couldn't make no money out there.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe about $500.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you can make 10, 20, 50,000.
Probably.
Easily. Hundreds of thousands.
I mean, I have a girlfriend that just started an OnlyFans and she was like, she was kind of like, it was her last resort.
Really?
Yeah, she was also a nomad and just problem after problem. And then she was pulling a casita trailer and then didn't even have a vehicle anymore. Like,
damn.
Yeah, the vehicle was loaned to her. Anyways, yeah, so she ended up having to make an OnlyFans.
It's working out for her?
It's working out for her. And she's like, you know what? It's not what everybody thinks it is. She's like, I pretty much just post my nudes, my tasteful nudes in nature. And I was like, girl, get your bag. Like,
that's what's up. I mean,
I was like, you know what? You do you. As long as it doesn't go against your morals, like, I will support. However, I don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
I don't want that smoke. The one thing I have going for me right now is when the trolls try to find my account, or they'd find my account and then they go to my link tree, they're like, OnlyFans not detected. Like, we got to hear her out, fellas. And I'm just like, oh, I can't handle any more hate right now.
Wow.
Like, that's the one thing I got going. I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, you have a target on your back.
Sometimes. Yeah, or I get the people that are like, man, I'm coming to your page because like you make me laugh. Like, where's the goofy stuff? And I'm like, I'm here. I'm here. I mean, we're gonna cry on the internet on Monday, and we're gonna be laughing on Tuesday. Like, damn. Oh my god, I can't wait for this next video I'm filming.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Well, I can't tell you.
Okay,
but it's gonna be amazing, and
really?
It ties into one of my funniest Pep Talk Tuesdays I've ever done.
Okay.
And I ordered a costume for it off of Amazon.
When are you posting it? But when are you going to?
I don't know. I brought the costume with me to
you
Colorado.
Did?
Yeah, because I was like, maybe if the mood strikes, because like I said, It has to just like I have to feel inspired and goofy, and then I'm like, that's when I film. And I don't really like do multiple takes. It's just like a one and done.
You did perfect, huh?
The
You did
only
great.
ones that I do multiple takes on are if I'm lip syncing, and even then, it's not all the time. But
Really, you
yeah,
just that good.
well, I speak from the heart.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Wow. See, sometimes I can do things in one take, but sometimes I got to keep doing it a couple of times till I
Yeah.
get it right.
I really? I wouldn't have guessed.
You got jokes. It's okay.
I do. I got jokes.
Yeah, I see
I
that. You
am
should be a
jokes.
comedian.
You know what? Thank you.
You really should.
I will take that. If there's one thing that I do have too, all my exes have told me that I'm very funny, and I was like, thank you.
Now, you got a great personality. Seriously, like you just like real laid back, well, you chill, and you are funny.
That's what happens when you grow up as a gap tooth chunky kid.
Damn.
Like, you gotta develop a sense of humor.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I got to see that picture, bro. I got to see something. You got it on you? No.
You know what's funny?
What?
I'm pretty sure I threw them all away.
What? Why would you do that?
Because I didn't want to be reminded of that time.
What? Come on.
My mom probably has some.
That's part of history.
Yeah, a part of history that I was choosing to forget. Call me the American government because I'm only teaching people some of the history here.
Yeah, they notorious for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
There's people be like, "Didn't you have a fat era?" Nope. Next chapter.
Oh wow. Jeez. Wow. So have your brother seen you since? When the last time you seen your brother? Has it been a long time?
My big brother?
Yeah.
I saw him. We went to Puerto Rico for like his family friends that he grew up with. We went to Puerto Rico with them a couple Thanksgivings ago.
So does he ever sing the song to you?
Oh, no, but I remind him of it, and he's always like, I'm so sorry.
Damn.
But it's funny because all of those people knew me when I was chunky, and I hadn't really seen that family since then, but it was like my brother's best friend's family, so he grew up with them. And we were all on vacation together, and we hadn't really hung out as adults. And so everybody's like, damn, like Audie is like a full ass woman now. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And the funniest part is though, it was tripping people out because they were like, you and Grant, my brother, you guys are the same person. Like you have the same sense of humor. You guys are the same goofy, awkward, just person. Like, and we grew up together to an extent. And then by the time he was in junior high, he was like living at his friend's house. And we didn't really grow up together much after that. So I was like, I really must have taken on his personality. But that was funny. That was a trip for him because he was just like, we are the same person.
Wow.
We're like the same height. He swears he's taller. We have the same personality.
Same build. No.
Yeah. Well, we
Really?
used to.
Okay.
I mean, he used to be pretty jacked.
Yeah.
Like me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
now he's not as jacked. No, I'm slacking. I can't even.
Oh, no, you still. Hold on. Oh, look at that.
I mean,
yeah,
it's there.
You got it now.
It's there.
You got some. Oh,
You
yeah.
can't see it, but it's there.
She got some there, big time. I felt it. That's a hard rock right there. Oh, jeez. Well, keep it up.
Thank you. I will.
We gotta get a workout in for real. We gotta, I said, do some boxing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm really serious about that.
I'm down.
So when are you leaving? Like when is?
I take a red eye on Saturday.
Okay, so you're here for the whole week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. And when you don't know when you're coming back?
No.
Damn.
I never know when I'm doing anything though. So for the record, I didn't have this trip planned until like 2 weeks before it happened.
Right.
Because I'm just like, everybody's like, when are you gonna be here? I'm like, I don't know. I've got like a revolving door to my best friend's house to stay there whenever I'm in town. She's foreign, so it's kind of just how they are. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm not a big planner.
Yeah, you just spontaneous pretty much, right?
I'm very spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
Very spontaneous. It's the only way I know how to be. Like planning things kills my vibe.
So being down south, is it killing you with the food? Because since you don't eat a lot of this stuff, like
was that an eating disorder joke? You taking shots already?
You know,
the salmon slaps.
It's fresh.
I don't know.
It is off the ocean.
Is it salmon come from saltwater? I thought it was a freshwater fish.
Oh, well,
you know what? Don't ask me questions about
you know what?
about salmon. I just know I like the way they taste. No, so I've been on like a weird elimination diet because my stomach started acting up again, but it's all stress. It's all stress. I haven't gotten a single stomach ache since I've been back in Colorado.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Well, the
just
food is healthier here,
no. I mean, I don't eat out anyway, so I'm
right?
always eating the same stuff
So you cook.
regardless. Like I've had the same diet here as I do in Florida.
What do you cook?
I don't do a lot of cooking. I eat a lot of like
TV dinners?
no,
I'm about to say
no. I'm
sick.
hella healthy.
Okay.
I'm like I'm
Grass.
like yeah, grass. Glorified grass with some Kalamata olives on top and some salmon. No, I do a lot of like spinach bowls with like salmon, and then it's very. I don't eat a lot of stuff because I can't eat a lot of stuff, so I have a lot of food sensitivities. Here's the thing: is like I've had times in my life where I wasn't stressed at all, and I had no food sensitivities, and that's where I'm like, I don't have all these food sensitivities. I just have a very delicate little ecosystem, and I internalize stress so bad that I have like leaky gut and a bunch of other things. But anytime like I could eat nothing and eat like a safe food that would never give me a stomach ache, and if I'm stressed, it'll give me a stomach ache so bad that I feel like I have to go to the hospital. It's
Damn.
all down to stress. And so like in Florida, I've been getting stomach aches no matter what I eat. And my mom and I took my diet back to like the bare minimum basics of what we have always known was safe for my body that never caused reactions. Started to cause reactions.
Wow.
Now I'm out here and
Nothing.
I've been branching out. I've been eating like, cause I'm a snacky kid. So like if I see something on the counter, I don't
You
care
eat
what's
it.
in it. I'm gonna eat it. I'm
Yeah.
like, that looks tasty. One bite won't hurt. So I've been dabbling, but I'm not stressed.
Amazing.
And that's why I haven't got a stomach ache. And I'm like, that's another reason why you got to figure out what's wrong with your brain, because your brain controls
It does.
like they call your stomach the second brain.
It is.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like stress and inflammation and all that comes from stress and like anxiety.
It does.
And so everything's all tied together.
Yeah.
Like if you have like arthritis, how's your mental health? Like I shit you not, you should look into it.
Yeah.
Because everything, any type of inflammation in the body, it is the root cause isn't inflammation. Inflammation is a symptom. So the root cause is often something people aren't even looking at. But that's why I'm all about TCM, because they look at the body as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Western medicine is just like, well, we'll put a Band-Aid on that,
That's true. They do.
And they don't ever get to the bottom of it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then again, like when they give you medicine, they create other like side effects. Then you got to take medicine for that.
Well, and a lot of the times people that feel like they got stuff going on up here that they're like, I feel crazy. It's hormones. It's a hormonal imbalance. And like that is, your hormones dictate so much more than people realize. And like birth control, the girl who's on birth control, you're definitely not crazy. It's the birth control. Like that is the birth control pill makes people crazy.
Damn.
It's hormone. You're pumping your body full of hormones.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying like you got to look at your body as a whole, especially if you ever have anything going on and you're like, man, therapy isn't helping, or like medication isn't helping. Well, then it's like, look at your diet, and if you go through your whole body and you really start looking at it as a whole, between a talk therapist and a TCM doctor, you can pretty much figure out where things are going awry.
So you don't eat a lot of sugar, do you?
Oh, I love sugar. But,
okay.
I try to stay away from it, refined sugar, but like I have a sweet tooth for sure.
So what was your favorite, like chocolate chip?
So when I'm being healthy and actually like putting good stuff into my body, it's like baking chocolate. I've always had a thing for baking chocolate, like the bitter ass 100%.
You said bacon chocolate?
Okay, baking, not bacon.
I was about to say, ew.
That actually sounds kind of good though.
What?
So
that is sick.
Baking chocolate, you take it and you shove it into a date. That's good. Like, you know what a date is?
Shove into a date.
Yeah. So
I thought you meant like an actual person. I said, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like my healthy kid.
Okay.
But I like all chocolate. My favorite,
dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
Ew, that is so gross.
I like 100% dark chocolate.
Ew.
Like that bitter shit.
Ew, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
What's wrong with you?
So many things. That's how I feed the demons. Got to keep the demons happy.
Oh my. Oh, that's. Oh.
I don't know. It tastes. I've always liked it. But I'll eat any kind of chocolate.
Like chocolate ice cream.
I do, but dairy, I can't do dairy. Dairy fucks me up. So I have to do like,
Almond milk.
yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
what I drink too.
yeah, almond milk.
So you lactose like me?
Well, we don't know because I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like dairy causes inflammation.
It does.
So
It's not really good for you.
yeah, it's not good. It gives me a lot of histamine reactions too. Like I get very, well, inflammation, but I'll get like super puffy and like my sinuses, I'll feel kind of like I'm really stuffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all my little mucous membranes are like, what are you doing? Stop putting cow juice in me.
So no ice cream for you, huh?
Well, yeah, no ice cream.
Damn, like cold snow. No cold
Oh,
snow.
I loved that stuff.
The
Though.
plate's good, right?
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-mm-mm.
So
It's amazing. The milkshake is good too.
Yeah, I know that's why we used to get
Yeah.
toasted coconut chocolate chip milkshake. It was
Oh, this chocolate. What is wrong with you? Jesus. Wow.
yeah.
Huh. Damn. That's well. I'm. Ugh. Yeah, I can't get into that. I mean, I eat chocolate if it's like caramel in it,
Oh,
like a Twix.
okay.
I like that.
Right.
Snickers, that's great, but just pure chocolate,
But
like Symphony, no.
You're racist against the original chocolate.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
Wow.
I know. I'm a sad guy. I'm a sad man. I know. It's an oxymoron, right?
You know that all that chocolate comes from 100% dark chocolate. If you can't appreciate where it comes from, how are you gonna?
What? That is.
I'm gonna make this deeper than it needs to be.
I see that. I know that.
You're like, it's not that deep. I'm like, it is that deep.
Jesus Christ.
I love making things deep. I can create a story about anything.
I see that.
Yeah, I keep people entertained. It's nice.
I bet you was a very interesting kid.
Oh yeah.
He was very animated.
Or quiet.
He was quiet,
I was quiet.
withdrawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom was like, I didn't know. She was like, I didn't know any of these things were going on with you. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's because my siblings bullied me into submission.
Damn.
They were just like I would say something and they were like, shut up. I was so sensitive. I'm like, apparently it's cringe to say the word empath now, but like I was a highly sensitive child and I'm a highly sensitive woman. Like if I think about the fact that there's somebody I've never even met on the other side of the world like dying right now who's like not going to get to meet their grandbaby, like I'll sit there and think about that for too long and start crying. I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah, like that's so I don't know. Is that not empathy? That's just me being a highly sensitive little bitch. Okay, so then that's who I am. But yeah, so I was a really sensitive kid, very sensitive kid. But yeah, I think I always had a good sense of humor.
So you don't watch horror movies, do you?
You know what? No.
What?
My life is a horror movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't need to put myself in front of the screen to see that.
You got a good point.
I just open up my diaries.
Oh my god. Would you ever share your diaries, by the way?
I don't actually have any.
Oh, see, oh Lord. You know.
You think I have the attention span to write? I do actually. I do write, but it's usually just
You do audio.
I do audio, and I have a lot of like speeches and poetry actually that I write.
You do speeches too.
Yeah, I've won poetry awards, and I've also won a speech award, a pretty good one. So.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was kind of when I was like, damn, I want to become a motivational or inspirational speaker. I don't really like the term motivational because I feel like anybody can be like Tony Robbins, somebody, and I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to share my story and hope that it inspires somebody else.
Well, the fact is, what I like about what you do is that you actually live what you're doing. Because some people, they'll post certain things, they're not living that shit at all.
I don't know how they do that. That's literally not living in alignment. And I get it. If you want like to separate church and state, you know, life and Instagram. But
yeah.
I don't because I really like when people meet me in real life and they're like, you're the same online as you are in person. And
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, and that's why I can go live. A lot of creators that don't go live, it's because their personality doesn't match up with their content.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just not be yourself on live, like unless you're really good at putting on a character.
Right.
But yeah, for a lot of people that's why they're just like, what would I say? And I'm like, what do you mean? Don't you just open up your phone and like shoot something and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna post that? And they're like, no, I think about I aspire to be that well organized, but my brain is just like, yo, let's go.
Well, it works for you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you had the script.
No. Usually it's shoot from the hip. I'll get like sometimes if I'm out, I've gotten into the habit because I'm always like, oh, I'll remember that. That's so creative. I'll remember that. And I don't. So I'll put like a quick little blurb in my notes app. Like for the one that I'm going to be shooting this week, it's like the title of it is literally just what the costume is, and then it's like yeah, and that's all I need because the vision is in my head, so I just have like a keyword to like to read that keyword or key phrase, and then that whole entire vision, that creative vision, comes back to me. And then as soon as I film it, it's like whoosh, out my brain, and it's pretty cool. It's like how
Wow.
I'm a space saver in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's like deleting contacts out of your phone, but I'm just like deleting out ideas out of my phone. Like I just put them onto paper, and then people will be like, "Yeah, that one reel that you posted," and I'm like, "What reel?" And they'll be like, "The one where you were literally like lip syncing to that." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and they're like, you had a selenite wand," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah." All you had to do is say selenite, like. But they're like, "You were literally like making funny noises and going like this," and I was like, "Do you know how many reels I've probably acted like a little crab in? Like that's just my personality. You're gonna have to get specific." People are like, "How do you not know what you post?" And I'm like, "Because once I post it,
It's out there.
yeah, I create. That's how I create room in my brain for more ideas.
Right.
So I don't remember people's names.
I'm kind of the same too. When I do my little videos in my vehicle, I just talk from the heart
Yeah, that's why I like them.
and I just post the shit and I forget what I said.
Yeah, yeah, it's my favorite. I love that. Well, and that's how you know people don't think about it because they're like, what did I say when?"
Right.
Yeah.
I said, what part? What? Okay. Yep. Yep.
Or I speak my mind so much that when somebody's like, "You know what? Yeah, you were right the other day," and I'm like,
about what?
"Yeah, what?" And they're like, "Well, what you said? Like you were right. You called me out. I was projecting." And I'm like, I'm gonna need you to verbatim say back what I said. And then they said it back to me, and I'm like, damn, I really did speak from the heart because that was my thought to a T.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that's how I speak. But yeah, sometimes I gaslight myself. I'm like, am I not speaking clearly, or do people just like refuse to comprehend? And then I have people come back to me and they're like, "Girl, you have no problem communicating.
No, not at all. No.
The problem is that you don't let people hide, and that's why they're like, you're in the wrong." And I'm like, how am I not letting people hide? And you're just yourself, and that makes people like, it exposes people's wounds. It's like a byproduct. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. I've had people, some salty people, say stuff like, "Oh, you only talk about yourself on your social media." I'm sorry. Who am I supposed to be talking to? Because the last thing I want to do is be scrolling on social media and have some like little twit come on my camera and say, like, "Are you feeling depressed and suicidal? Like, do you struggle with suicidal ideation? Well, have you tried this?" Hell no. Like, but if some little twit came on my page and she was like, "Hey, I struggle with suicidal ideation and this is what's helped me," I'd be like, "Yes, speak to me, queen. Tell me everything that's going on in your brain. I will listen."
Mm-hmm.
And like, so that's how because I don't know, maybe it's an autistic ADHD thing, but when people tell me anything, I feel like they're like trying to command me to do. I'm just like, don't put all this on me. Like, you can share your story and I'll take what I want from it, but I want to hear you talk about yourself. Like, don't get all preachy at me.
No, you have a lot of responsibility now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting popular now. Oh, yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I can't get preachy and tell people what to do when, because I don't like that. Like,
no.
So I just share from like, hey, this is what I'm struggling with, and this is how I'm making it through.
I admire that. I think
Thank
that's
you.
pretty dope.
Thank you.
Do you think that social media contributes with people's mental health?
Oh, hell
I think so too.
yes, especially with this last round. I have gone viral before, but this one was different.
Okay, what made it so different this time?
18.2 million.
Oh, right.
Because I had like 3.4 million. I've had my reels get taken and reposted on meme pages, serious ones about the night my husband died.
Wow.
And just oof. Don't read those comments because people are ruthless, and also they want to try to get the whole story from a 7-second thing. But the thing is it's like, you have to put yourself out there. You have to use trending audios, and you do have to tell your story in a way that is going to captivate an audience. And that's why I really have so much in my captions and everywhere else on my page, because it's like, yeah, you might have seen a 7-second dark humor joke, but if you want to know more about my story, just go to my page. And I feel like people will just nitpick everything.
Of course.
And people who aren't creators try to like demonize creators for using trending audios. And it's like, how the hell am I going to get my face in front of the people who need me if I'm not going viral? And that's the hard part. It's like, I don't want to go viral. It's a brutal experience. I don't like it. But I know that in order for my people to find me, I have to go viral. Like I have to go viral, and I've never once created a reel thinking this is going to go viral. It's just like, oh damn, this sound resonates. And I saw usually the two that I've had go viral. One of them was a widow on TikTok who has like 1 million followers. She used the audio, and I was like, oh, this is a good way to like share that I'm also a widow, because if another widow used it, so I did too. And that one got like 3.4 million a while ago. And then this one, I saw somebody talking about, another widow on TikTok talking about her dead husband, and I laughed. I laughed my ass off when she used the audio. So I was like, "This is perfect," like, because this resonates, and this is my humor. So I did it too, and yeah, it's hard because then you have the people that are just like, they take that opportunity to demonize like 7 seconds of your humor, you coping with dark humor, and they take that as an opportunity to judge your entire character and situation and just project in the comments. And like, you have to have thick skin, and I do. um but after about 1,000 times reading terrible things people have said, 1,001 starts to weigh, and then anything after that, I was just like, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to turn off the comments, is because so many people were reposting it, or like, I was told to come read the comment section here because it's so funny and healing and cathartic, and it's just people talking about their experience, with death and making light of it, because that's how you got to survive it sometimes, so that you don't also succumb to the same fate. And so it's like, that was the community I was building. And then after it hit about 7 million views, Instagram started pushing it to the trolls. And that's when I was just like, I can't. Because then there's like 7 million views. It was all good comments. All good comments. And yeah.
That's crazy how they work.
Yeah. And then eventually it'll just keep pushing. It'll keep pushing. It'll push until, yeah.
Wow.
So it's hard. It's hard.
There's a lot of unhappy people out here. You can tell.
Oh yeah. And it's like, you know what? I have thick skin, but at the same time, it's.
Well, you're human.
Yeah.
You have feelings too.
I'm a highly sensitive person, not an empath, but I'm highly sensitive, guys. Be nice to me on the internet. I'll cry.
Yeah, please.
It's true. I do. I cry all the time.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I cried before I got here.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, damn, because of me. Damn, that's sad.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I gotta go hang out with Patrick.
I know. Oh, jeez, damn it. That's sad.
No, I went to the gym. I was at Crunch, and I had a little tear shed.
You was glad to be back.
Yeah,
it was euphoric.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
yeah,
oh, I miss it.
Was it pretty busy today?
No, it's super
because of the holiday, right?
Yeah, it was cool though. I felt like the new kid. I was like, I don't know any of these people, and none of these people know me.
Right.
So mysterious.
Yeah.
And then no, not mysterious at all. I had to stop wearing the hat that I wore in my viral video.
Really? Because people recognize you.
Mm-hmm. I had people that found me on Hinge, because I downloaded Hinge, never went on a date, but download it. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I'll try.
Right.
Didn't go on a date, but I had a couple people that were like, hey, I recognize that hat. You were on my Explore page on Instagram today. And I was like, yeah, you got some dark humor. And I'm like, well, thanks. Bye.
You can get some security after a while.
Yeah, but I just stopped wearing that hat.
Yeah.
It helps that like my hair is a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. It looks nice though.
Thank you.
It fit your face very well.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. I thought like getting rid of the black hair would make me a little bit more approachable, but I still have had a man recently ask me if I was going to Jennifer Bodies him. I was like,
he said what?
Like, you ever seen the movie Jennifer's Body?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he was like, are you going to Jennifer's Body me? I was like walking through a dark parking lot.
Amazing.
I was like, do I really still give off that vibe? I would be like, I know it's dark, but I swear I don't have black hair.
See, I never got that vibe from you.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I can be kind of spooky.
Would you consider yourself kind of gothic in some ways?
Nah,
no,
but I'm definitely alternative.
I got that for sure.
I'm so alternative.
Yeah, there you go.
But like, I also don't claim to be anything, because then I am pigeonholed into that.
Right.
Like, I am.
You who you are.
I am who I am.
Right.
I'm a bag of mixed candies.
You are.
Definitely.
You're definitely very diverse, well-rounded.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're a unique individual.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're probably one of the most unique people I've met.
Thank you. It's the autism.
Well, That's a gift, though. That's a gift.
Yeah. Well, it could be
It can be.
CPTSD. So,
Right.
I mean, even I'm a mystery to myself sometimes, which
Yeah.
is great. I think that's why I keep so many people on their toes because they're like, I'm trying to figure you out.
Unpredictable.
And I'm like, I'm trying to figure me out too.
Right. Well, you doing your thing, seriously though. You stay motivated. You keep me motivated as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do. I watch your stories.
I watch yours too. Your story today is why I was like, damn, I gotta go to the gym. I was like, even 45 minutes.
Oh, when I do my stomach stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I was just like,
I know.
man.
I try to stay on top of it.
Yeah. You're kicking ass.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Like I don't look the best right now, but I'm just trying to maintain.
I don't look the best right now.
Well, you know how it is.
You got like freaking softballs in your arms. Guy is over here smuggling sports equipment in his biceps. Like, no, seriously, you look great.
I appreciate that.
You're doing phenomenal.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Just trying to maintain,
Yeah.
I don't, because I'm not trying to impress nobody. I just want to, look good in my clothes and out my clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main thing.
I mean, that's really the only reason why.
Right.
Right.
So what is your fitness goal? Like, you trying to get more muscle? You just want to be lean or what?
I just don't want to kill myself.
Okay. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
No, okay, but so I did figure out this last fall that like I don't naturally have an hourglass figure. I'm kind of shaped like a fridge.
I see you.
Yeah, a little rectangle. And but I figured out that I could make myself look like I had curves, even being as lean as I am, if I just trained shoulders and like my lower body, way more. And so I was stoked. I was like, I have curves. And for once, I was actually felt like excited because I was like, I'm just going to look like this and deal with it and just like be the best version of this that I can. But then I was like, oh man, like I can change my physique or I can like make it appear like I have like actual curves. So
Do you want curves?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, every girl wants to look feminine.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck yeah. And I figured out how to do it and I was over the moon. And then I had an injury and now I'm kind of coming back from that. And then I really didn't have any excuse for how long I've been out of the gym except for the ADHD like paralysis and just like executive dysfunction has been bad because my soul's been unhappy in Florida. So getting to the gym has been hard.
So with that said, do you do yoga anyway?
No, I mean,
because mentally you have to really be focused.
So most people think I do because of the way I stretch.
Yeah.
But
you're very flexible. Huh?
I'm just like hypermobile or something.
Really,
it's a common thing with ADHDers to be hypermobile, and so maybe that's it. I don't know. I know that I've got really flexible soft tissue, and that's why I roll my ankles and just keep walking. It's why I can like give myself whiplash and not break bones. Like I never break bones because I'm just a noodle.
So you can twist your arms around.
Yeah,
crazy. Really.
Mm-hmm. I can do some weird things. But especially I also get a lot of soft tissue injuries. So, but it's weird. It's a weird thing. I'm still like researching it. But yeah, like hypermobility goes hand in hand with autism and ADHD to some extent. So maybe that's what it is. But I am always in chronic pain because of how much stress I carry in my body, especially in my back, and that's why I stretch so much.
And it helps.
It feels good. And then I kind of just like turn it into a little flow because why not? But yeah, most people are like, oh, you do yoga. No.
Interesting.
It's not a hobby I want to pick up. I have enough of those.
Okay.
My current thing is I'm trying to figure out how to do a handstand.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure you can do it eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Being upside down scares me. But
why? Because the blood rushes to your head or what?
I don't know. I'm already wobbly right side up. Like super wobbly upside down.
So does heights bother you? Like flying on planes, do they bother you?
Yeah. But no. But more so, yeah. Okay. Like if I'm like
turbulent,
just like free in nature, like in the air. If I'm in the real world near a cliff, that's or like the edge of something. Yeah. Yes, that's even on top of my van, standing up there.
That bothers you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. My head is so much higher than my feet because I'm tall.
That's true.
And so I just feel like
How tall are you? Like
5'9".
5'9".
I'm 5'9", but I'm a wobbly 5'9".
Okay.
I'm not very sturdy.
So with this said, are you excited about flying though? Like, is that make you nervous somewhere? Are you anticipated?
Well, you know what? I never used to get like scared flying. But this last round, I got some anxiety. So
because of turbulence,
and I just got claustrophobic.
Really?
Back of the plane, and the plane was full, and I had a window seat, and I
Damn.
was like, I can't.
You had it closed though, right?
Yeah, but
Oh,
like, I was just the claustrophobicness.
right.
I need space,
Right.
so yeah.
Every time I fly, I don't know what it is, but it always some type of shit going on. Like when I flew for my dad's funeral, there was a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico because I had to fly to Dallas for a layover and then fly to Atlanta, and it was so windy. I was freaking out.
Oh yeah.
And the pilot's like, "Well, I hope we make it safe." I said, "You hope we make it safe?"
He was like,
I
I can never hear what they say either. They're just like,
I heard that because everybody looks scared.
we're not gonna die, and you're like, okay, thanks. This is your captain speaking. Has anybody shit their pants yet?
Yeah, I know, right? I was close. I said, not today. Come on now. Yeah, that was wild. That was one of the wildest situations I had. And then with the whole COVID thing, like they had me sit beside some dude. He was like, oh, yeah. He was just coughing and spitting. I'm like, Jesus, man. I said, cough over there, man. Turn your head up this way. Cough on him instead. No, don't cough on me.
Did you get COVID?
No, actually, I barely missed sick during this whole time.
Oh, well, it must be nice.
I
Be nice.
I eat a lot of greens. I eat broccoli.
You know how I eat greens. I eat
You
greens.
eat grass.
I eat grass. Grass is green. I'm actually allergic to grass, but I eat a lot of salad. I eat so healthy. Like I am the epitome of health.
Do you take vitamins?
I do.
Okay.
My
like,
butt.
like Flintstone kids or what?
Yeah.
No. I'm just
No, I take like a multivitamin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like one a day?
Like a woman's one a day.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman.
Isn't it for old people?
Despite my lack of shape, I am indeed a woman.
You got a good shape though.
Yeah.
I think your body look good.
Well, every fat kid that loves refrigerators would say that too. So
Damn. Okay. That's what's up.
yo, I bet that bitch got some good snacks in her. Yeah, no. So, yeah, no. I take women's. They have older women's vitamins. I take middle-aged women's vitamins.
Okay.
We focus on our biotin and collagen.
You say collagen too?
Yeah.
I gotta start back doing it again.
I mean, see, I'm on top of my shit.
Oh, I see that.
I just like I said, I'm a sensitive person, and stress makes me sick, and lots of things. So I got COVID a lot of times. Yeah, lots of times. I was hospitalized
You get vaccinated?
a lot of times. I did have to get vaccinated because I play ice hockey, and I had to go to ice hockey camp. We had to get vaccinated.
So I'm not vaccinated.
Must be nice.
Well, I had a job, right? They wanted me. I had to go to this like government building, and it was like, yeah, soon we gotta get vaccinated. I'm like, fuck that, I quit.
Yeah.
I did. Well, my back was messed up too, but I'm like, no, I'm done. So yeah, I never got a vaccine. I just try to stay healthy as much as I can. Now I did get sick back in I think October.
Mm-hmm.
I donated plasma. I didn't eat enough, and I was so weak. I got really sick. I lost my sense of taste and smell for 5 days.
Oh, a whole 5 days.
Yeah.
Tragic.
It was sad.
It was, I guess, if you're not used to it.
No, it sucked. I'm like, I said, what the world's going on?
So I have such a sensitive little ecosystem that in my van, space is limited, right? Space is very limited. I had 3 totes, little like clear totes full of just first aid stuff and different like herbs and stuff to keep me going, because you never knew what I was going to get hit with, whether it be a kidney infection or like my liver, because stress will shut down your organs, but everything. And I usually go the holistic route. So like I had three of those totes. Most people were like, damn, like where's all your storage space? I'm like, it's all my first aid kit.
Wow.
I am not only very clumsy, but I also have a very sensitive little body. So, and I love extreme sports.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you tough. You're a tough cookie for real.
Yeah, emotionally, yes.
Yeah.
Physically, I'm glass house.
We got to work on that.
Well,
we got to build some strength.
I'm strong.
Well, I can tell you guys. I mean, I felt that it's power, but we got to do some other workouts.
Oh, okay.
You do burpees? No.
Fuck burpees.
I hate burpees too, but I do.
No.
Why?
Because cardio.
I know it sucks, but you know.
I don't want
to. It's very important. Do you do like mountain climbers?
No.
What do you do? Do you do leg raises, jump rope?
I leg raise. I do leg raises.
Okay.
Do I jump rope?
Yeah.
Like for fun?
Just for cardio.
Oh, like not outside on the sidewalk with kids?
No, not with them. No.
Oh. But now I don't.
By yourself. Amazing. Okay. Wow. Well, we got to get you on a regimen.
Yeah, on a regimen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, I mean, you hit the bag. You know, like that's cardio in itself.
Right. The whole reason I haven't hit the bag in Florida is because people are so mean and judgmental, and I'm just like I said earlier, I'm like, why are they staring at
At the gym, they stare at you.
me? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and obviously I'm like, maybe they're just checking me out, but in my mind I'm like, bitch, why you judging me?
Is
And
it men or women that's staring at you? Both.
both.
Okay.
I know the women it's judging. I know that. Some of them are admiring, and
Yeah.
I admire them back. But no, some of them it is clearly salty little looks. But the men, I'm just like, are you checking me out or are you judging me? Especially with my motorcycle. When they see me pull up with my motorcycle, the fragile masculinity in Florida is insane. I had two guys standing outside looking at my motorcycle, and I came out of a restaurant with my parents, and I was walking up to it, and they were like looked like they were gonna say something, like thinking it was my stepdad's bike or something, and then they saw me carrying the helmet, and they were like, and walked away. And I was like, damn, so you guys were admiring my motorcycle and then didn't even have the audacity to say this is a sick bike when I walked up, all because I'm a girl. And so, like, that's just kind of like
Was
how
it
it
older
is.
man?
No, they were like,
Oh, yeah.
20s.
Oh,
Probably. Yeah.
shit.
And then at the gym, too, I'm just like, I can't tell. I'm like, are any of these men checking me out, or are they just like, gross, girl with muscles, go home? Or they're like, gross, go eat a sandwich. Or
Some
something.
people kind of weird about.
They're just like, do you
women.
even know how to hit a bag? Like, what is that for? That's why I'm scared. I'm like, don't judge me. And it's not 24 hours. The
Really?
crunch is not 24 hours there. And so it's always busy.
Okay.
And I never have time to just be weird in the gym by myself. Like,
Wow.
that's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. Well, I'm not judging you, know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're not judging me.
I think what you do is dope.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I got to get some work in.
Yeah.
Work some defense.
Yeah.
Work on some power
Yeah.
as well. Because you got it.
Thanks.
You aggressive. I like that.
I'm aggressive.
Well, you can be.
Yeah, I get it. I get little spurts, and then I get kind of freaked out. I'm like, what? And I start laughing. I'm like, whoa, I did that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, hit me back, and I ran away.
Nice. But we're gonna get you right.
Yeah.
Even though it's gonna be like a week or a couple of days, whatever it is.
That's okay. That's all I
Still.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get a good workout in. At least.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna work you though.
Yeah.
I know. My client, he used to hate me. Well, I ain't gonna say he hate me, but some workers I had him doing, he hated that shit. But he started to improve a lot.
Yeah.
His mother texted me. She was like, "Yo," she said, "my son looks up to you." And she's blind, but she's like, he looks up to you and blah 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 blah. And I said, "Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for telling me."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's 18 years old. Real cool dude.
Look at you. She's out here changing the lives of the youth.
I'm trying to get her back somehow. Well, his mother's one of my clients. Like I take her to like the hospitals and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. And she's been blind since she was, I guess, a kid. She had something that happened.
So she wasn't born blind?
No.
Oh wow.
No, she was an athlete once upon a time. She used to like, run and stuff.
Blind people can be athletes too.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I was just waiting for you to say something I could pick on you for.
Amazing. but now she had like some type of like hip stuff going on.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's been kind of like bedridden.
Oh.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, she's getting better. So.
Yeah, so you're helping her get back.
Well, I mean, I pick her up if she needed me to take her somewhere. Yeah, but I went to visit one of my clients the other day. She is 80 something years old. I think she's like 88, I believe. But I went to visit her because she's been dealing with dialysis for a while. And her health has started to decline a lot more. So I went ahead and just checked on her.
That's nice.
On my day off. I said, I'm going to go see her real quick.
That's super kind.
Yeah. Oh, she loved to see me. She's like, oh, Pat, it's good to see you. I said, yeah. I said, good to see you too.
You got that energy.
I try.
Like if I was on my deathbed,
you want me
please come visit.
I come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you put on some little angel wings too?
I got you.
Put on a whole performance.
I got you.
Thank you.
I might sing a song too.
Yeah, sing a song. Bring me some Cold Stone just so I can get a
What you like, cookies and cream or what? That's the best.
Please don't say chocolate. I do. What chocolate? Chocolate slaps. You're literally the color of chocolate. How can you hate it so much? That'd be like me hating white chocolate.
White chocolate is good.
White chocolate slaps.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it slaps hard.
Like Hershey's, cookies and cream.
Oh my god, that was my favorite candy bar growing up.
Oh my god.
But it's probably got lead in it or something.
It got something in it.
Everything's bad.
Oh, everything's bad.
bad.
Everything kill you nowadays.
Everything.
That's why I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I do the best that I can.
Yeah.
If I had my own like garden, well, not garden, but my own
chocolate factory.
Hell,
no, that's not what you were gonna say.
No, my own farm.
Yeah.
I would definitely eat a lot better for sure. I mean, I eat pretty decent now.
But
Except today.
I eat good. I eat decent.
Yeah.
I eat healthy.
Right.
I eat very healthy.
So you eat hamburgers, right?
Yeah, no bun.
Okay.
But I'll lettuce wrap that.
Right.
Yep, I can
So
smack
no
down.
cheese.
No cheese.
Mm.
No cheese. Tomato, onion, pickle, lettuce, and then mustard.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I eat it like that at times. Yeah, because having a bun is just too many carbs.
Oh, is it
Yeah, and it turned to sugar after a while.
really?
Hmm.
Oh,
That's what bread do. Yeah,
well, I love bread, but I don't
bread is
eat it.
good. Well, it makes you gain weight too. It does.
It
Like,
just makes me feel bad.
yeah.
Like
Well,
like physically, not emotionally.
really,
Emotionally, it makes me feel really good.
really.
It's like a warm hug.
Do tell.
I'm like, damn,
Okay.
damn, this baguette got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite food in Florida right now?
I honestly don't eat anything different.
No, so you really do eat just the same shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have to.
Right.
Because I get stomach aches. But also, even just before, like, I'm not a seafood person. The most I eat is salmon, so there's not
Salmon is
much.
good.
Yeah, there's not much that's different. I've tried other fish down there, and it's just smelt. I have a very strong sense of smell, and so like even like the tiniest amount of fishiness, it's like when people put a banana in a smoothie. For me, it's like if there's a tiny amount of fishiness in it, the whole thing tastes fishy to me.
Hold on. Let's backtrack. You said banana. You don't like banana in your smoothie?
No, I do, but
Oh,
like
okay.
you know how when you put a banana in a smoothie, even if you only put like this much, it takes over the entire
Oh, it
flavor.
does. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, that's like if there's even a tiniest fishy scent or flavor, like most people are like, it this tastes kind of fishy, but it's very mild. I'm like, no, if it's even mild, if I pick up on it, like that's all I can taste,
Right.
and it makes me gag. So, yeah, I would say that there's not. I've been eating a lot of pineapple. Still my favorite fruit.
I mean, it's healthy. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not.
I had a guava for the first time.
How was that? I never had that.
They smell amazing. The flavor. I actually made a whole reel about that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I was like,
you didn't? It was on my story.
I gotta look again.
It was
Is it
beautiful.
on there still?
No, but I posted it to my TikTok.
Why don't you repost it?
I'll post it as a reel. It was like a whole guava review.
Okay.
My spunky little personality came out. There was some dancing in it.
Oh, okay.
But it was good. The texture, it was like a pear. Wasn't a fan. The skin was like a pear too, which is fine. I like fruit, so it was okay. But the smell and the little seeds, like 10 out of 10. But the general like flavor, the aftertaste was good too.
Where'd you get it? Whole Foods? Well,
No, Walmart. I was just
Okay.
like, what is this? This is a guava?
I never had that before.
I've only had guava flavor, but
Interesting.
I've never had a real guava. So like my thing is I love fruit, so I want to try like all the fruits down there. I haven't really found any yet that I haven't tried.
So you're pretty open minded, though, right?
With
For the most
fruit,
part.
yeah.
With fruit.
Yeah.
So are you a big veggie person?
I do like
Because that's
veggies.
healthy too.
Yeah, I
Very
do like veggies.
Yeah.
I do, but I like them warm.
You like warm?
I like warm veggies.
You mean like cooked?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you like cabbage?
Yeah.
Yeah, cabbage. Well, it depends how you cook. Not everybody can cook cabbage.
I like cooked cabbage. I like corned beef and cabbage.
Okay.
It's like, whoa, that slaps.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Yeah, it got to be done right because not everybody can cook it properly.
I can cook it. I'm a really good cook.
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't think that, right?
Okay. See. Okay.
You didn't even have to say it because your face did.
Amazing. No,
No.
because I'm curious now.
Yeah, I'm a really good. So, because I have such a heightened sense of smell,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I that was one thing I would say I was talented at. It was like in the kitchen, culinary stuff. Can't bake for shit because you have to follow directions, and I don't follow directions.
So are you cooking tonight or tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not cooking the whole time I'm here.
Damn.
I know.
You can cook here.
I'll cook you something next time I'm here.
What you gonna cook?
I'll come back in the fall.
Okay.
And I'll make like a giant crock pot thing or
Oh,
something.
for real.
For real.
All right.
That's kind of my thing.
I'm gonna hold you up to that.
Yeah,
For real.
you should.
I am.
I've never had anybody complain about my cooking, but
Really?
part of the reason why is because I take note of like people's favorite ingredients and
Okay.
what people don't like, and so I really cater things like per person, you know. But yeah, I have that super smell, so I don't know. It's just that's like the one thing I would say that I'm talented, and I was the shittiest talent. I'm like, I don't want to be talented at cooking. Couldn't I be talented at a sport or something cool, something I'm actually interested in? No, it's cooking.
And being a stand-up comedian.
That one's just my personality.
Okay.
I don't have to. I mean, I guess I don't really try much in the kitchen either, but like, you know, I do. I put a lot of effort and thought into things in the kitchen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hold you up to that. Like, I want to try some food. Like, anytime people tell me, "Oh, I can cook," I say, "Okay, well, I need to see for myself."
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I like to eat.
Yeah.
I'm a eater.
Well, that's good because I like to cook.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's fun.
yeah.
And my favorite thing is just like when people are like, holy shit, this is amazing. Or I had one ex, he told me he never had the same thing twice. And still to this day, like, because we're still homies. So he'll be like, yeah, I was talking the other day to somebody about your cooking. I'm like, you still talk about my cooking?
Wow,
And he's like, I literally still rave to my customers about your cooking.
you made an impression.
Yeah. And even, yeah, we're still good friends. But he was like, even if he had his last girlfriend, he was like, can I have her hit you up so you could teach her how to make stuff? And
Damn.
I was like, no, because I don't follow recipes. But the one thing he said is he'd never had the same thing twice, and he never had anything that was bad.
So you just create shit.
I just
Pretty
create
much.
shit. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just, for me, it's another creative outlet. And when I'm cooking for somebody that I love, I put my entire heart into it. Like it, I can gladly spend 4 hours in a kitchen doing things like slow and the right way when I'm cooking for somebody I love.
I want you to spend that much time.
It's like a labor of love, though. I don't know. It's
You can spend like an hour.
no, that's too little time.
Damn. Okay. Well.
Yeah, because I like to be able to take my time, and certain things like you need to saute. Like it's a texture thing. You just it's the one thing I'm talented at, and it's the one thing I didn't want to do with my life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm really intrigued. It won't be chocolate, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I no chocolate.
Okay.
I'll eat the chocolate while I'm cooking.
That is sad. Really?
What?
That's sad.
What's sad?
You eat some chocolate while you cooking?
Fuck yeah. I eat chocolate all the time.
What you do?
You want to know why I was 6 months late to your house?
Why?
I stopped at the Walgreens to get some chocolate.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
No.
I've got some
right there down the street.
Yeah, I've got some little Ferrero Rocher or the little chocolate. Yeah, they're in my purse.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That is sad.
White chocolate and dark chocolate though, no milk, just darker white.
Well, I like white chocolate. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, I like that, but
No.
just dark chocolate. I just dark chocolate has an acquired taste that I don't like.
Yeah, well,
it's just disgusting. Like whoever made that should be arrested. For real.
It's
Whoever designed it should be arrested.
probably somebody in my bloodline.
Oh, okay. Well, he should be arrested. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that is horrible. I don't like the taste at all. I mean, like I said, chocolate is not the worst. Okay. Let me rephrase it. It's not the worst. It just I prefer other ones. You know what I mean? Like something with more
Sure,
flavor, I suppose.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. It's different. Like chocolate ice cream is just terrible.
You have juvenile taste buds.
Are you saying? You know what? My taste bud has increased a lot over the years.
Talk to me when you're like 65. I bet you'll be like, you know what? Dark chocolate's not so bad. And I'll be like, way to grow up, kiddo.
I don't think I'll ever say that. You would never hear that out of my mouth.
I've just been weird since the first.
Yeah, I know.
I can't help it.
Amazing.
I don't discriminate. I love all chocolate, so.
I see that. That's what's up.
I mean,
I don't discriminate either, but I just don't like dark chocolate like that.
Yeah.
Not dark chocolate candy. Hell no.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Chocolate cookies. No.
What about chocolate chip banana bread?
That's good.
Hell
I
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
A chocolate chip oatmeal. That's good.
Yeah.
I can rock with that. As long as it
Hell
has
yeah.
like something else in it, that's
Mhm.
fine. But when it's just drowned in chocolate, I'm like, oh my god, who
Too much
made this?
chocolate.
Yeah, I was like,
I
who
feel
made
you.
this shit?
I think that's why I like the dark chocolate is because you can get a lot of the chocolate without the sweet.
That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
That is horrible for
I
real.
know.
Wow.
I know.
That is sick.
Now you know what's wrong with me.
I see that.
Yeah.
You are crazy.
There's the red flag.
A big red flag. Wow.
She's a psychopath.
I see that. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Well, this has been a great conversation.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, it has been really fun.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I mean, you came over, you stuck by your word.
Hell yeah.
So I appreciate that.
I mean, I would have been on time, but
The chocolate was calling your name.
chocolate,
Didn't it?
it calls
It was calling your name.
me.
Otter.
Otter.
Jeez. Eat me, Otter.
And I was like, where's that noise coming from? Oh my God, it's coming from Walgreens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy that chocolate.
I will.
We gotta get something to eat though, for real.
I mean, maybe.
What?
What time is it?
It is
6:44?
6:44.
Yeah, okay.
We still get something to eat.
We could probably do that.
Just like something quick.
Yeah.
Not nothing too crazy.
Sure.
All right. Do you do you have any special things that you want to? You know, I meant to ask this.
Special thing?
Let me. Hold on. I
My brain.
gotta backtrack. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
What do you see yourself in 5 years?
Don't ask me that question.
Damn. Okay, that's what's up.
Nothing I've ever planned has ever gone to plan.
Right.
And honestly, I don't plan.
Right.
So in 5 years, I see myself with a healed tummy where I have more food freedom and less stress, and
More muscles.
I would say the same amount of muscles, but just very happy, very consistently at peace. And for some reason, I'm feeling, maybe I'll be living like on a sailboat or doing something wild, but just continuing to do what I do.
Living in the
Um,
van.
yeah, living a life that suits me and is not the 9 to 5, and yeah, and just being happy. Hopefully with another dog too.
That'd be that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So before we leave, do you have any, I guess, advice you'll want to, I guess, tell anybody
Oh,
as far as like mental health aspect?
yeah. I think the one that, I mean, if they're already on your podcast, they probably already listen to mental health stuff. But
Yes.
um, therapy isn't just for people that are sad. If there's ever a part of you that you are like, hey, you know what, I want to improve that part of me, but like I don't know why I choose to act like that, or where that comes from. Like for me, I don't like the fact that when I get overwhelmed, I can snap pretty like snap at people. Um, and it's anxiety, and overwhelm. And I only know that now because I went to therapy, but explore talk therapy. Don't let that be the only place that you explore though. Let that kind of just be like your shoe in. And if talk therapy isn't for you, don't give up there. Definitely look into like traditional Chinese medicine because they see the body as a whole, and so that means your mental health is also as a whole. And there's a lot of people that get treated for depression and stuff like that through herbs, their diet, and also acupuncture. So if talking isn't your thing, maybe take it a more physical release route. Um, don't give up on yourself, because as somebody who lived majority of their life thinking that's just the way I was and I was always going to feel like I did, um, I've learned that uh, not giving up on myself is the sole reason why I can even fathom thinking that I will be happy, content, and completely carefree in 5 years. Um, and it's because I didn't give up. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so um, know that it is possible, no matter how dark or far gone you feel with whatever mental ailments you're dealing with. Um, there's always a way out, and it doesn't have to be taking your life. So don't give up on yourself, and reach out to people to let them know if you ever are thinking about giving up on yourself, whether just in general and idling through life, or in a more permanent way. So it's going to be okay, and I'm proud of you, and I hope you're proud of you for being here today too.
Wow, that was like profound. You didn't practice that before you came in this house?
No, that's just from the heart.
Damn, that was amazing.
Thanks.
I'm serious. I know I keep saying it, but that really was amazing.
Thank you.
That was so real. Like I felt that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, keep it up. What all the stuff she said, followed it. All right. What is your social media if you want people to follow you? Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my Instagram is Audder, Audder, all over. It's all one word. So it looks like Adderall lover, like Adderall.
That's what
lover.
I thought it said.
It's not. It's Audder all over. And then my TikTok is just at Audder. But yeah, Audder.
Sweet. Otter all over the world. That's
yeah, because
right.
I'm all over. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you are.
I'm all over the world.
Yeah, mentally all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm all over your Instagram feed.
You are. I see that. I see people watch my stuff. I do. Yep,
Yeah.
I do. I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
I do.
I got you.
Sweet. All right. Well, it's been good.
Yeah.
Sitting down with you, chopping it up.
Hell yeah. This has been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is fun.
All right. Well, stay tuned in for the next episode. All right. Peace.
Bye.